Now, one of the best places to travel to in the world is California. One of the best things about California is the food culture. And one of the best things about the food culture is the vegetarianism and veganism factor. Now, in a predominantly non-vegetarian country where people are consuming meat and fish, California is where the country's vegan and vegetarian movement has started out. So in today's video, we're talking about my top picks when it comes to food and drink when it comes to the vegetarian food culture of San Diego and Los Angeles. If we're talking about California, it's gotta begin with Mexican food. Alright boys and girls, so we're in San Diego. We're like about 20-30 minutes away from Mexico. You've gotta eat tacos in San Diego. Not the tacos that we get in Bombay with all that liquidy cheese and all that rajma, but this is legitimate stuff. My friends are all eating their non-veg. I'm having this vegan taco. Check it out. So it's got a bunch of vegetables. It's obviously got those arugula leaves, little bit of tomato, corn, onions, and this, very interestingly, is cheese made of soy. Soya cheese. You know, all of you are afraid of eating soya because you'll think you'll get like man boobs and all that. People here don't believe that. In fact, the vegans here love their soy products, love their soya cheese. Let's check it out. So, the base of this, instead of meat, is portobello mushrooms. Really full of flavor, full of umami, which is that meat-like flavor. And I think this is like some black beans, which is not exactly rajma, it's black beans. Very filling, very fresh, very light, A1. But tacos are only the start of real Californian food. The Mexican food just keeps getting crazier in this state. Alright, so we're at Cafe Gratitude and this dish is called the Brilliant. It's basically tortilla chips on the side, which is your nacho chips. And the sauce for this dish is not cheese. It's a mix of summer squash, coconut bacon, avocado and lime. Basically got the chips on the side and then we've got the dip, lots of coconut bacon, that little piece of beautiful Californian avocado. Let's go for it. I totally get why veganism has taken over the state. I mean, you know, when people think of vegan food, they assume that, you know, there's very few flavors, there's very few things you can play around with. But to be honest, there's so many flavors, there's so many combinations that you can do, and it's super light, super healthy. And with every bite of this, it feels fresh, it feels easy on your body, and it's delicious, obviously. The food is brilliant in sunny San Diego, but another aspect of San Diego is the super chill culture, as I call it. Number 5, we're talking about beer. What? Beer's vegan? I might give up non-veg, but I'm never gonna give up beer. Super sunny weather, super cold beer. That's what California is about. People here are friendly and people here love their beer. There's like dark beer like this. This particularly is a milk-based beer. You also got a ton of light beers. In this particular brewery, they've got this beautiful watermelon-based beer. So Mumbai has this huge culture of apple cider beers, but here they've got cider beers and they've got different flavors. They've got apple cider-based beer, they've got watermelon ciders, they've got sangria ciders, and obviously they've got these beautiful dark beers as well. Really, if you like your beer, if you like your fitness, if you like socializing with people, this is the state for you. From sunny San Diego, we move on to the lovely Los Angeles, more specifically Malibu, another hub of vegan food. Okay, so if we're talking vegan food, then the two vegan food staples of the world are tofu and coconut. And that's what this dish is all about. It's a tofu coconut sauce salad with a little bit of coconut here and there, lots of vegetables. You know what, we're in Malibu, you're at the seaside, you've got the surfers outside, people enjoying themselves on the beach. And then you've got this beautiful seaside vegan meal. Let's try it. We got a little bit of rice, a little bit of coconut sauce, a lot of veggies, and a little bit of tofu. See that? That's absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of like Indian fusion food, but California style. So Western flavors, but Indian style of cooking. That's what I've seen with vegan food here. Restaurants get super creative. They cook it in different ways. They create different beautiful flavor combinations. And you know what? The view just makes it even better. And just when I thought that California couldn't get any better, I discovered all the Indian food influence in Californian food. The next dish that we're talking about is this beautiful lentil-based burger. So lunch today was something that the Californian vegan culture has adopted straight from India, a dal-based patty. You see a lot of vegan restaurants serving these because, I mean, when you're talking about vegan food, what are your sources of protein? You've got soy, you've got nuts, and you've got lentils or dal, something that's very common in India, but something that's not very common here. So the restaurant had actually spread a little bit of guacamole, which is an avocado-based dip on top of the Rajma Burger. So you got a mixture of Indian culture and Indian protein mixed with some Californian goodness. Gorgeous. Now, Indian food culture is amazing, but I feel like when you're traveling to a certain part of the world, you've got to absorb all the culture of that particular place. When you're speaking of Los Angeles, you cannot ignore the huge juice and shake culture. We're at this street called the Abbot Kinney Street, and the specialty here is that you'll just find your health fanatics here. Nothing else. These drinks, this chlorophyll-based drink, this smoothie, they're not too sweet, not too much sugars added into it. This just tastes like liquid grass. This one tastes like ground up fresh fruit, and that's exactly what it is. People here, when they purchase these health drinks, they don't care too much about the taste. They care about what's going inside their body. The place we bought this from, it was slightly on the expensive side, but the place was packed and there was a lot of variety when it came to the kind of drinks used, the kind of nutrition that you can take in from the place. That's what people here care about. They all want to get fit, they all want to become the healthiest versions of themselves. They all want to put the best kind of food and the best kind of drinks inside their body. And now we finally arrived at the end of the video, the number one dish to be had in California. Alright, the number one dish for me, the highlight of this California trip has been the basic avocado on toast. California is known for its avocado production. These are the freshest, softest, tastiest avocados that you'll find anywhere in the world. They basically just cut it out raw from the shell, spread it on toast. It spreads like butter. It kind of tastes like a slightly grassy version of butter, where it basically just spreads out on toast, and then every single cafe has its own way of creating their avocado on toast dish. Some make it a little bit sour, some make it a little bit spicy, some make it a little bit saltier than the others, but everyone's got their own style, and every single time it's absolutely delicious. That's one of those things that I've discovered on this trip. Avocado has definitely become one of my favorite foods in the world. I feel like when you're in California, you should eat locally produced food. And nothing's as locally produced, nothing's as delicious as your avocado on toast. That's the number one. Alright, you gorgeous vegetarians or potential vegetarians, those were my picks when it comes to the top vegetarian food culture in San Diego and LA. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Share this video with all your vegetarian bros and bro girls. Until next time guys, from Ranveer and the team, we'll see you later.